Climate change adaptation. How to prepare and thrive in a changing world. As the world faces the undeniable impacts of climate change, adaptation has become a crucial aspect of survival and sustainability. Climate change adaptation refers to adjusting our social, economic, and environmental practices to minimize the negative effects of climate change while maximizing opportunities in a changing environment. Key challenges of climate change: rising temperatures. Global temperatures are increasing, leading to more frequent and severe heat waves. Sea level rise. Melting ice caps and glaciers contribute to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems. Extreme weather. An increase in the intensity and frequency of hurricanes, floods, droughts, and storms. Shifting ecosystems. Species migrations, loss of biodiversity, and changes in natural habitats. Food and water security. Impacts on agriculture and water resources, affecting food availability and economic stability. Adaptation strategies. Resilient infrastructure. Urban planning. Design cities with green spaces, better drainage systems, and heat-resistant materials to manage extreme weather. Flood defenses. Build seawalls, levees, and flood barriers in coastal and low-lying regions. Energy systems. Invest in renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydropower to reduce carbon footprints while ensuring reliable power. Agricultural adaptation. Drought-resistant crops. Develop and use crop varieties that can withstand changing climate conditions. Water management. Implement efficient irrigation systems, rainwater harvesting, and water recycling in agriculture. Agroforestry. Integrate trees into farming systems to reduce soil erosion and provide shade to crops and livestock. Ecosystem restoration. Reforestation. Planting trees and restoring forests to enhance carbon sequestration and protect biodiversity. Wetland preservation. Protect wetlands as they serve as natural flood buffers and help maintain water quality. Marine conservation. Establish marine protected areas and promote sustainable fishing to maintain ocean health. Community empowerment. Education and awareness. Increase public knowledge of climate risks and adaptation strategies through education campaigns. Local adaptation plans. Engage communities in developing and implementing localized adaptation plans tailored to their specific vulnerabilities. Disaster preparedness. Train communities in disaster response and resilience, including evacuation plans and emergency supplies. Policy and governance. Climate resilient policies. Governments need to integrate climate adaptation into national and local planning, infrastructure, and budgetary decisions. Funding for adaptation. Allocate sufficient resources for climate adaptation, especially in vulnerable areas, and promote international cooperation on financing. Early warning systems. Improve weather forecasting and disaster warning systems to allow timely responses to extreme events. Health adaptation. Heat action plans. Develop plans to address public health concerns during heat waves, including cooling centers and accessible drinking water. Disease surveillance. Strengthen healthcare systems to monitor and combat climate-related diseases, such as those spread by mosquitoes. Mental health support. Provide mental health services to help communities cope with the stress and anxiety caused by climate-related disasters. Thriving in a changing world. Innovation and technology. Embrace technological advancements such as AI for climate modeling, precision agriculture, and green energy innovations. Circular economy. Shift to sustainable consumption and production patterns, reducing waste and recycling resources to minimize environmental impact. Sustainable livelihoods. Promote green jobs, renewable energy industries, and climate-smart agriculture to ensure economic resilience in a changing climate. Social equity. Ensure that adaptation efforts are inclusive, protecting the most vulnerable populations such as low-income communities, indigenous people, and women. Collaborative global action. Global cooperation, as outlined in agreements like the Paris Accord, is critical for coordinated adaptation and mitigation efforts. Conclusion: adapting to climate change requires a multifaceted approach, incorporating technological innovations, sustainable practices, and community-based resilience. By preparing for and embracing the challenges of a changing world, we can not only survive but also create opportunities for thriving in a more sustainable future. Adaptation is not just about survival, it's about transforming society for long-term resilience and well-being. 4.